This is a falls recovery device called an Elk. It comes in 4 parts. This is the compressor unit, and this has a charger to charge the battery. This is the lifting cushion, and this is the part that goes underneath the person to raise them up from the floor. As you can see, it's got 4 individual cells, and these are all numbered and colour coded to correspond with the 4 air hoses. So you find the correct number, the correct colour, and attach each hose individually to its cell. You then take this hose, attach it to the compressor. The compressor has an on and off button, and it also has a battery indicator, so if you push this button it shows you by lighting up how much battery you've got. Then you have the buttons on the hose which are numbered, and they correspond to the cells in the lifting cushion, so you'd go one by one to raise the person from the floor. So now I'm going to demonstrate how to assist a fallen person from the floor using the Elk. So what we need to do first is insert the lifting cushion underneath the person. So the cushion has 2 stability bars. These are removable, so you just take off the black cap and pull it through, and it comes out quite easily. This can make inserting it a little bit easier and make it a little bit more comfortable for the person. However, it does make it difficult. It could make it difficult for you to then get the stability bar back in place once underneath them. So, and it's absolutely essential that these 2 bars are in place when you're lifting somebody up. So firstly, I'm going to assist or ask my person to just roll onto their side. And when you're positioning the lifting cushion, you want to be getting the bottom of it just underneath the person's kneecap. So what we do is we fold it underneath itself, then ask the person to come back onto the back, and then they may just need to do a slight roll just to get the cushion out on the other side. You then move on to your individual hoses. So they are colour coded and numbered, so you start off with number 1. You'll hear a little click so you know that it's in place. Number 2, number 3 and number 4. You then attach this hose to the compressor. So depending on where your person's fallen, there may be some stable furniture around that they could use to hold on to aid stability and support. Alternatively, you could bring a chair or possibly a commode if they've got one, and just place it there for them so that they've got something to hold on to when they're in sitting. So now what we need to do is bring the person into sitting, ready to be lifted. So you want to come behind them and just assist up into a sitting position. Then if they want to, or if there's something available, they can use that to stabilise themselves. I'm then going to turn the compressor on and then use the control to go from 1 to 2. And just to bring your attention to, if you can see the position of his knee, he has slightly moved forward, but that has brought his knee to a good position on the cushion. So when he sits up, he'll be in a good position. So you can then position yourself behind them, offer them support at the shoulders. You press the number 1. You hold it all the way down until it stops, and that means that it's fully inflated before moving on to number 2. As their feet start to come up, you can ask them to bring them in to stop them from dragging along the floor. And that's number 2. That's number 3. And then the final, number 4. And then when you've pushed all 4 buttons, the cushion's fully inflated and the person's in a good sitting position and they're ready to be transferred. So once your person's been lifted, they're ready to transfer how they normally would. This might be with you providing a little bit of manual assistance. They might have assistive devices that they usually use that you could introduce and use to transfer. If you've got the space and if your person's got the capabilities, what you could do is assist them or ask them to bring their legs round so that they're in the corner of the cushion. This then allows them to bring their feet further back, which facilitates normal movement patterns, and it can promote them to independently stand up from the cushion. And that is assisting somebody up from the floor using the Elk.